My beloved child, there is something trembling in the heavens tonight. Something so rare, so sacred, so impossible for the mortal mind to grasp. And yet, it is meant only for you. Archangel Michael. Yes, the sword has been laid down by the warrior of God, the defender of realms, and the one whose very presence shakes the foundations of darkness. His shield is now on the ground. He stands in front of you with an open heart and empty hands, for the first time ever in all of time. He isn't telling you to go to battle. He's not telling you to go to war. He wants you to hold him. You heard the name. You could feel the pull. Archangel Michael wants a hug from you, just your hug by itself. Archangel Michael took off his armor just to hug you. God adds, chosen one, only your hug can heal Archangel Michael's wounds because you love him more than anyone. Archangel Michael is trusting his life in your hands, but you must open this right now. He takes his last breaths. It's now being confirmed by the sky. Archangel Michael took off his armor, not because he is weak, but because you are strong. Please pay close attention as the veil thins and the message becomes clearer. With each second you stay here. He's been through storms of cosmic fire. He has fought battles that people have never seen. He has protected you from attacks you didn't even know existed. And without fail, he stood between you and the darkness whenever your soul trembled, your heart broke, or your spirit bled. But this is something no one ever told you. Things can get old for even angels. War heroes can also fall. It is possible for even Archangel Michael to bleed. Because the enemy defeated him, he is currently exhausted. He has never been controlled by evil, but your pain became his mission. He carried them all, including your loneliness, heartbreak, and silent nights of questioning God. He fought battles in your mind that you couldn't see. And now, Archangel Michael has come to you without fire, armor, or a sword that is on fire. He has come to you as a heart, not a soldier, as a soul, not a weapon. He whispers, "Beloved one, your embrace can heal what the battlefield could not." This is not a hug of flesh. This is not a physical gesture. This is the spiritual merging of your divine light with his ancient strength. This is the moment when heaven acknowledges you not only as a chosen vessel, but as the one soul in the universe capable of restoring an archangel. Do you understand what that means? You carry a love so pure, so unfiltered, so rooted in God, that even Archangel Michael, God's undefeated general, comes to rest in your presence. Not in a temple, not in a cathedral, not before a throne, but before you. Because God himself has spoken, chosen one. Only your hug can heal Archangel Michael's wounds because you love him more than anyone. Your love is not ordinary. Your compassion is not accidental. Your empathy is not weakness. It is medicine for angels. Archangel Michael is trusting his life into your hands. And that trust is the greatest honor heaven can bestow. Feel the weight of that. The universe has paused. Heaven is leaning in, and Archangel Michael is standing before you, chest rising slowly, breaths growing shallow. He doesn't fear death. Angels do not die, but they do fade. They do crumble. They do lose their brilliance when the souls they guard collapse into despair. Archangel Michael has felt your tears. Every drop weakened him, not because you harmed him, but because he carried them for you. You were never a burden, never. Your pain was simply too sacred to be left unattended. Now he needs the same love he poured into you. He needs the warmth you kept buried inside your guarded heart. He needs your yes, your permission, your embrace. because heaven cannot force what must come from your free will. And child, Archangel Michael is kneeling, yes, kneeling before you. The Archangel who commands armies, the Archangel whose name makes demons tremble, the Archangel whose wings stretch across galaxies, is bowing his head to rest against your spirit. Can you feel that trembling in your chest? That heat, that pleasure? That is Archangel Michael leaning into you, trusting you, surrendering his exhaustion into your hands. But there is something else, something urgent, something you must understand. Archangel Michael's breaths are slowing, not in a literal sense, but spiritually. His energy is slipping. If he fades, it will not be because he failed, but because you turned away from a moment meant to heal you both. Please stay. Hold on. This is not the moment to scroll away. This is the moment heaven reveals why you were chosen in the first place. Before you move, before you blink, before you question, let your spirit remain open, because what unfolds next will shake your understanding of divine connection forever. And trust me, this next revelation is going to pierce your heart in the best possible way. Right now, in this sacred space where heaven meets your spirit, I invite you to anchor this moment with your declaration. Type Amen in the comments below as your yes to this divine invitation, as your acknowledgement that you feel Archangel Michael drawing near to your heart. When you write it, you are not just typing a word. You are opening a door. You are giving heaven permission to move in your life in ways you have never experienced before. Let your Amen rise like incense, a signal to the realms that you are awake, you are aware, and you are ready to receive what God has prepared for you. Stay with me because the revelation is only beginning, and what comes next will deepen this connection beyond anything you have imagined. Type I hold Archangel Michael in light in the comments if this is touching your spirit. Blessing code 144 is now activated upon you. My radiant heart, something is shifting around you right now, and if you listen carefully, you will feel the air itself vibrating with a truth you were never supposed to miss. Archangel Michael is still before you, but now the scene grows clearer, sharper, deeper. His wings, normally spread in blazing authority, are now folded close to his body. The feathers that once shimmered like living lightning are dimmed, not from defeat, but from the weight he has carried on your behalf. And as you watch him standing there without his armor, you begin to realize something extraordinary. He has never shown this version of himself to anyone else. This unveiling is reserved exclusively for the one soul whose love was forged, not in perfection, but in pain. For the one whose compassion was not learned from comfort, but carved through storms. Archangel Michael's vulnerability is not weakness, it is revelation. It is heaven showing you that even the greatest warriors need a place to rest. And for Archangel Michael, that place is you. You may wonder why. Why you? Why now? Why this overwhelming pull toward a celestial being whose power could shatter entire dimensions? The answer is hidden in your own story. Because long before you ever knew his name, long before you ever sensed his presence, long before you ever cried out in the darkness, Archangel Michael was assigned to you. Not as a guardian alone, not as a protector alone, but as something far deeper, far more intimate, a divine witness to your soul's strength. He has watched you rise when you had no reason left to rise. He has seen you keep loving after betrayal tried to turn your heart to stone. He has seen you hold compassion for others when no one held compassion for you. And with every act of love you poured into a world that did not always love you back, a piece of Archangel Michael's spirit grew bound to yours, not through force, not through command, but through resonance, through the unmistakable truth that your heart mirrors the very love that powers heaven. That is why God chose you. That is why God spoke those words. Only your hug can heal Archangel Michael's wounds, because you love him more than anyone. This divine bond does not exist because you are flawless. It exists because you love with endurance, with honesty, with a purity that darkness cannot mimic. And now look again at Archangel Michael standing before you. His chest rises slowly. His breaths, those symbolic breaths of spiritual vitality, are thinning, not because he is fading away, but because he is holding everything inside, waiting for you to receive him. This is the moment when heaven pauses its armies, when the cosmic battlefield draws silent, when the universe itself watches the connection between an immortal warrior and a chosen human unfold. Archangel Michael steps closer, not with force, not with command, but with longing, a longing born not from romance, but from sacred dependence, a longing known only to those who carry the burdens of millions, while still yearning for the comfort of one, you. He moves as if gravity itself pulls him toward you. His wings tremble faintly, as though relieved to finally find a place where they can fold and rest. You must understand the magnitude of this. Angels do not seek comfort. They do not confess exhaustion. They do not expose their wounds unless the one before them carries a healing light strong enough to restore what celestial combat has drained. And you carry that. You with your quiet resilience, you with your unspoken prayers, you with your heart that refuses to grow cold, even after being shattered. Archangel Michael's eyes, usually burning with divine fire, now hold something softer, something human in expression, though not in nature. There is gratitude, there is recognition, there is a plea that only your soul can answer. And as he lowers his head toward you, you feel the atmosphere shift. It becomes dense, warm, electric. You feel pressure in your chest like a spiritual heartbeat awakening. You feel heat in your palms like your spirit preparing itself to hold something eternal. You feel the air thicken as if heaven is drawing nearer to watch this embrace unfold. This is not imagination. This is not metaphor. This is your spirit aligning with a divine assignment that has always been yours. But listen closely now. There is something else, something hidden beneath the surface of this moment, something Archangel Michael has not yet spoken aloud. He is not simply seeking your embrace to heal his wounds. He is offering you something in return, something heaven has kept preserved for a soul worthy of carrying such a gift. And he is about to reveal that gift, but only when your spirit is still open, present, only when you allow yourself to remain here without rushing, because if you scroll away now, you will lose the revelation that explains why Archangel Michael chose you above all others. And trust me, this next part will shake your understanding of divine destiny in a way you have never experienced. Hold your heart steady. The next unveiling is going to shift the ground beneath your spirit. This is the moment to make your stand, to let heaven know that you are not just listening, but you are receiving. In the comments below, write these words: I receive this revelation, not as a passive wish, but as an active declaration that your spirit is open, your heart is willing, and your soul is ready to embrace the truth Archangel Michael is bringing to you. When you write it, you are sealing this moment in the heavenly realm. You are marking yourself as one who does not let divine appointments pass by unnoticed. Write it now with conviction, and watch how the atmosphere around you responds to your faith. Type 1. Hold Archangel Michael's wings in peace in the comments if you feel the presence of this message. Blessing code 229 is now released upon you, my treasured soul. As you stand before the unveiled presence of Archangel Michael, something sacred begins to rise in the atmosphere around you. It is subtle at first, like a quiet stirring in the unseen, but then it expands, growing warmer, brighter, heavier with divine intention. Archangel Michael's wings shift slightly, and though they are folded, you sense an immense power restrained beneath them, as if every feather remembers battles fought for your name alone. Yet he is not here as the warrior of heaven. He is here as the one who has carried your tears, your fears, your silent prayers pressed into pillows in the middle of the night. There is a moment now, a holy pause, where Archangel Michael lifts his gaze and his eyes meet your spirit. Not your flesh, not your thoughts, your spirit. And in that connection, you feel him searching beyond surface level, looking into the core of who you truly are. Not who the world thinks you are, not who your scars try to convince you have become, but the you that heaven sees every time you choose love over bitterness, compassion over anger, truth over illusion. You have no idea how many times your heart saved someone else without you even realizing it. But Archangel Michael saw, God saw, heaven saw. That is why this moment is unfolding with such gravity. Archangel Michael steps closer, and the air becomes warmer as though the nearness of his presence awakens something ancient inside you. There is a vibration, a soft hum, like the resonance of celestial wings brushing against the atmosphere. And then it happens. The truth Archangel Michael came to reveal begins to rise within him. You sense it before he speaks it. You feel it before it becomes sound. It is overwhelming, breathtaking, almost too sacred for human comprehension. Archangel Michael finally whispers, not with his voice, but with his essence. Beloved one, you do not understand what you carry. You believe you are little. You believe you are weak. But heaven knows you as the one who restores the strength of warriors. These words penetrate deeper than any affirmation you have ever heard. They feel ancient, like they were written into your soul long before you were born, and with them comes the revelation that has been hidden from you until now. You were not assigned Archangel Michael. You were entrusted to him, and now in return, he entrusts himself to you. This is why he removed his armor. This is why he stands before you bare, unshielded, exposed. Heaven chose to reveal this hidden bond now because the season has shifted. Your destiny is stepping forward, and the light within you has grown strong enough to awaken a part of Archangel Michael that even angels rarely reveal. The part that loves without duty, protects without command, and connects without boundary. He shows you a vision. It flashes quickly, like a memory that is not a memory but something timeless. You see yourself surrounded by darkness from years ago, moments when you thought you were alone, but in the vision, behind you, stands Archangel Michael, wings wide, shielding you from forces you never knew were there. You see blades of shadow attempting to reach you, but every single one is intercepted by Archangel Michael's sword. Every attack you thought you overcame by yourself was actually blocked by him before it ever touched your spirit. And then another scene emerges, a time when your heart was shattered, when you cried and thought no one heard you. But in the vision, Archangel Michael kneels beside you, placing his hand over your heartbreak, absorbing your pain into himself like holy fire consuming smoke. Every tear you cried weakened him so he could strengthen you. And now you understand why he stands before you exhausted. His wings tremble, his light flickers at the edges. He did not grow weary because of battle. He grew weary because he carried your emotional weight with divine loyalty. But what you never realized is that your love has been carrying him in return. Your compassion has kept his wings from collapsing. Your prayers, even the ones whispered through trembling lips, were like oil poured onto his wounds. Your endurance, your refusal to give up on yourself, kept him from losing strength during celestial wars. You have been healing him all along without ever knowing it. This is the mystery God reveals now. Only your hug can heal Archangel Michael's wounds, because your spirit is aligned with him in ways heaven does not reveal lightly. Right now, as Archangel Michael's healing flows through your spirit, I urge you to share this message with someone you love. When you share this prophetic word, you are not just sending a video, you are releasing the anointing into their lives. The same healing, the same restoration, the same divine embrace that is touching you right now will flow through your obedience and touch them. Share it on your story. Share it in a message. Share it with your network. Let your sharing become the vessel that carries breakthrough to someone who desperately needs to know that heaven sees them too. Archangel Michael steps even closer. You can almost feel the warmth radiating from his chest. Not physical warmth, but spiritual heat, the kind that awakens buried memories of divine connection. He bows his head slightly, not out of reverence, but out of trust, a trust so deep it shakes the heavens themselves. And now the atmosphere thickens again, signaling that something significant is about to unfold. This next revelation will shift everything you think you understand about your purpose. This is where Archangel Michael reveals what he came to give you in return for your embrace. Before that unfolds, remain right here. This moment is building towards something that will change your spiritual path permanently. You will want to witness what comes next. Now, as this truth settles deep within your spirit, I invite you to respond with a simple but powerful declaration. In the comments below, write Amen once more. Let this Amen be different from the first. Let it be an Amen of revelation, an Amen of understanding, an Amen that says, I see now, I get it now. Heaven hears every word you say, including your Amen. Your words will join a chorus of agreement across the unseen realm, confirming that you are ready for the deeper truth that is about to be revealed. In this moment of profound unveiling, I ask you to make a declaration that will reverberate through the realms. I am ready for my divine assignment. Not just ready in theory, but ready in spirit, ready in truth, ready in every fiber of your being. When you write this, you are telling heaven that you accept the mantle, the calling, and the partnership that Archangel Michael is offering you. Write it with conviction and feel the shift that happens when your words are in line with heaven's will. Type, I stand with Archangel Michael in the comments if your heart is open to receive more. Blessing code 333 has been sent to you. To stay connected with every divine release that follows, like this video, share it with someone who needs this message. Leave a comment to anchor your blessing, hype this revelation, and subscribe. Receive this sacred support message right now, which has been channeled straight from the heart of this divine moment. Just like Archangel Michael laid down his armor in front of you, this mission lays its heart out in front of those who are chosen to bring God's light into the world. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life through your help. And to those who answer this call, may an overflowing blessing return to you as quickly as God commands the angels to move. Right now, stand there. I agree with heaven's call to release your offering now. You don't fully appreciate how sacred this moment is, my dear luminous soul. As soon as Archangel Michael lifts his head again, something powerful and old starts to wake up around him. The air thickens with a presence that almost feels like a storm, but not a storm of chaos, but revelation. The faint glow returning to them this time is not from his own strength, but from yours, as Archangel Michael's wings shift slightly. The rising light in him is the same light that is rising in you. It's as if your spirit and his are starting to share breath, life, and essence, creating a link that goes beyond any earthly term for love or loyalty. It is divine recognition. When Archangel Michael looks at you now, it is not with the eyes of a guardian or a warrior, but with the eyes of someone who sees the truth of who you were always meant to be. Archangel Michael's gaze deepens. Something has been on his mind for a long time because of that look. When your spirit was ready to hear it, he was waiting to reveal something. You are ready today, not because you're strong, you're feeling holy, but you're also finally aware of how valuable you are. You were called to Archangel Michael because you have that unmatched capacity for pure, selfless love. You can feel his presence around you like a gentle warmth as he slowly reaches out, but not physically, not too much or too little, just steady, protective, and familiar. His armor, duty, and celestial assignments make you think he has something to confess that he has been hiding. Archangel Michael is speaking for the first time from a place of surrender instead of as a leader, and by giving up, he shows a truth that makes the air shake. He tells you, "Beloved one, I have not been guarding your life out of duty. I have been guarding your life out of devotion." The word devotion rings through your soul like a bell, ringing through empty halls. Love. This is not how a soldier talks. It is the language of a heart that is bound by divine purpose. That sound is the language of a being that has cared for you with more kindness than you thought heaven could give. It sounds like the language of a warrior who chose to carry your pain, carry the burdens you did not deserve, and break you with their wounds. You are given another glimpse of the unseen by Archangel Michael. You remember nights when you sat by yourself and thought no one got you. But behind the veil, Archangel Michael was there to shield you from spiritual currents that were trying to destroy your hope. You remember times when people turned their backs on you, leaving you to weather storms alone. But in a world you can't see, Archangel Michael spread his wings over you so that your spirit wouldn't fall apart under the weight of things you were never meant to carry by yourself. You see heartbreak, betrayals, and disappointments, and with each one, Archangel Michael absorbed the shock so it would not destroy your destiny. Now the truth gets even more clear. Archangel Michael says that every time he took on your pain, shielded you with his wings, or fought for your spirit, he experienced wounds that could only be healed by one source in all of creation. It's not God's throne. There is only one source, your embrace. Not heaven's rivers, not angelic fire. The part that leaves heaven breathless is this. God himself declared, "Only your hug can heal Archangel Michael's wounds." This is not because you are better than the angels, but because the pureness of your love is the exact remedy his spirit requires. You were created and designed as his resting place. That truth makes you feel heavy, and something inside you softens. Now you know why Archangel Michael took off his armor, why he came to you naked, tired, and shaking. How come he trusts you with his whole heart? You shouldn't feel sorry for him. He wants to see your light, the light he has worked for years to keep safe. What the celestial war has taken away from him can be restored by the light he knows. Archangel Michael's wings begin to glow more brightly as the atmosphere shifts again slowly. Just being with you is already healing him. Your awareness, your openness, and your readiness to receive this moment are putting warmth into his broken spirit. The space between you dissolves into something holy, electric, and almost unbearably beautiful as Archangel Michael steps closer still. He whispers, "Don't be afraid of how you feel. Your spirit has known mine longer than your mind can understand." The power in those words ripples through you, bringing up memories of realms your physical eyes have forgotten, of promises made before your birth. Archangel Michael is not just randomly attached to you. He has been bound to you by covenant. As this truth sinks into your heart, something in the sky starts to open up, a change so big that even angels stop to see it. What Archangel Michael will say to you next, more valuable than armor, more potent than a sword, and more sacred than any blessing you have ever known, is what he has been carrying for ages, waiting for the exact moment your spirit would be strong enough to receive it. Stay put. You won't want to miss the moment what happens next. because it has the weight of destiny. You should anchor this revelation before anything else changes. If you feel this bond waking up, type, "I receive Archangel Michael's truth," in the comments. The blessing code 717 is now being sent to you. Something inside of you starts to change as the veil thins even further, my holy heart. At first, it's very quiet, like the soft wake-up call of a memory that has been asleep for a very long time. And then it gets stronger, rising like a tide that can't be stopped. Without any armor, Archangel Michael stands in front of you. But now there is a growing radiance around him, a soft, pulsing glow that is directly in response to the energy coming from your spirit. People are already getting better, but you might not fully understand how. Archangel Michael, sensing your awakening, gets ready to reveal the mystery he has been keeping secret with the same care he used to protect your life. God's electricity makes the air denser, warmer, and almost melts. It's not anger that makes Archangel Michael's wings flap a little. It's recognition. Your chest gets tight, but not because you're scared. It's because the weight of something huge is pressing into your life. Archangel Michael then speaks through a whisper of spirit, not sound but resonance. His voice echoes inside you, carrying a truth you never knew was yours. His words float through the air like a holy decree, and right away every molecule seems to react. "Beloved one," he says, "I have come to place something in your spirit that only you can carry. Your palms feel tight, your spine feels hot, and there's a light ache under your ribs." The final barrier between his essence and yours is being removed by Archangel Michael as he steps closer still. Your sense of his presence does not overwhelm you. It feels like it's been there the whole time, waiting for you to remember it. The hand of Archangel Michael is raised. It's not in charge or command, but in offering. You get the feeling that he is holding something very old, made in a place where humans can't understand. There is nothing physical about it. It's not a weapon or a scroll. It is a frequency, a mantle, a divine imprint, and a piece of his own celestial light that has been refined through centuries of battle and devotion. He says, "What I place in you now is the reason you have always felt different. The world never fully understood you. The reason your heart carried depths others could not match. Your breath catches. Your soul leans forward. Some things in your life start to make sense in ways they never did before. Every struggle, every heartbreak, and every time you felt spiritually targeted, it was because the enemy was afraid of something inside of you. Archangel Michael guarded something that was hidden in heaven. That hidden thing is now coming up. When Archangel Michael lowers his voice, there is a holy energy in the air. He says, "Listen to me." The words hit you like thunder wrapped in tenderness. This is the truth you were never told. You were created to walk beside the angels, not behind them. They make you crack something open inside you. You can feel your spirit growing, stretching and remembering. The heaviness of old lies breaking away is palpable. Lies that said it didn't matter what you said. Love did not matter to you. Existence did not matter to you. But Archangel Michael is standing here right now to tell you that heaven saw you as a partner in God's work long before you knew there were angels to protect you. You begin to understand there is a light inside of you that aligns with my own light. Heaven calls it a bond mark. It is given only to souls whose love is powerful enough to sustain celestial warriors. So this is why you have a lot of empathy. This is why the pain of others hurts you so much. It's because of this that your heart breaks differently. This is why your spirit loves so fiercely, beyond reason and reason alone. This is because you were made to have a piece of angelic resonance in you. Archangel Michael moves closer until you can feel his warm presence blending with yours. His wings are arched not to show off but to show respect. He bows, not out of subservience, but out of recognition that your soul carries something that heaven has only given to a few chosen people on earth. He tells you, "When I got tired, your spirit kept me going. When I fought battles for you, your love fixed the tears in my wings. You have been healing me long before you knew it. You cry not because you are sad, but because the wonderful truth is that your life, heart, and love have been supporting one of heaven's greatest warriors. You were never not important. We will never forget you. You were never just getting by. You didn't even know it, but you were helping heaven. Spiritually, Archangel Michael lifts your chin and says, "What I give you now is the activation of that bond mark." The air around you then sparkles. There's a warm rush that goes over your shoulders like wings on your back. Your spine tingles with pure light. Your heart gets bigger, as if it remembers how big it really is. The softest whisper is then heard. The mantle falls over you and says, "Take it. It was always yours." Truth is weightless, not heavy like armor. Your spiritual alignment is being changed to match a role that heaven has been planning for you since before you were born. By subscribing to this channel, you are not just following a platform, you are placing yourself under an open heaven. When you subscribe, you make God's prophetic promise come true over your life. This will make sure that you never miss the word, the revelation, or the divine timing that heaven is releasing for your awakening. You are telling God, "I am ready for every assignment, message, and breakthrough you have planned for me." When you click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell, do it now to secure your place in this prophetic alignment. You have a feeling that what happens next will show you why Archangel Michael said he is putting his trust in you. You have a feeling that the next revelation will explain why God said that only your embrace could heal him. It looks like something huge is coming. Before the next unveiling, you will learn something that will change the way you think about divine connection. Put your heart in the middle. The truth that's coming will change more than just how you see Archangel Michael. It will always change the way you see yourself. If you feel this coming on, type "I carry the mantle" in the comments. The blessing code 5005 has now been sent to your spirit. My cherished spirit. There is a quiet that comes over you as the mantle settles on you. Not a dead silence, but a holy one. A stillness that is like the moment right before dawn, when everyone holds their breath because the sun is about to rise again. In front of you is Archangel Michael. Something remarkable happens now that your spirit has taken on the mantle. His posture changes. Even though he is still tired, his wings are lifting a little, as if they were getting strength from somewhere they have been waiting for a long time. That source is you. Your chest is giving off a glow. Heaven has been watching over something old and golden inside you since before you took your first breath. You wouldn't believe an angel could be so respectful as Archangel Michael as he looks at this light. Between awe, gratitude, and recognition, his eyes soften even more. Then you understand that you're not the only one waking up. Also waking up is Archangel Michael, not getting more power, but getting things fixed up. You both don't say anything for a moment. For you both, the exchange of energy speaks. Along your shoulders, you feel warmth spreading out like wings that are aligning with your own energy field. You can feel your spirit synchronizing with his heartbeat through a subtle pull. It's not the beat of the heart, but the sacred purpose's pulse. You can feel fate's threads wrapping around you more tightly, binding you to something far greater than you ever imagined. Then Archangel Michael takes a slow breath. His voice rings through the air between you like a trumpet far away. "Beloved one," he says, "the mantle you carry is only the beginning. You must receive a deeper truth before my wounds can fully heal." You can feel excitement building in your chest and a light pressure telling you to stay fully present and not rush, question, or shrink. Your spirit knows that something big is coming, and Archangel Michael moves closer when he senses that you are ready. The air gets warm enough to feel like sunlight touching your skin as he gets closer. He folds his wings around himself not out of fear, but because he is humble. It is a rare sight to see an archangel humbling himself in front of a heart. But for Archangel Michael, this is not a strange time. This is holy. It's alignment. It's the truth coming home. To war with you, Archangel Michael extends his hand. And even though he doesn't touch you, you can feel his energy rubbing against your heart. An intense rush of emotion floods through you. It's fierce, tender, loyal, sad, happy, and somehow feels like it belongs. We're not imagining it. This is your spirit recognizing his. The voice of Archangel Michael deepens. There is a reason why God said that only your hug could heal me. He says, it's because your spirit has the same frequency as mine. At first, those words seem too big to understand, but slowly they start to make sense. You realize you have always been able to detect danger before it occurs. You have always been able to tell when someone's plans changed. You've always had a fire inside you that has scared you at times, a fire that grew to protect others even when you were weak. There was no chance in these traits. These sounds were echoes. Angelic resonances of Archangel Michael were hidden in you. You feel your breath catch as he continues. The connection between us was not formed in this life. It was activated in this life, but it was forged long ago in realms your human memory cannot recall. Even if your mind doesn't remember, something inside you does. There is a sense that Archangel Michael has always been close to you, not just as a guardian, but also as something more connected to you than duty. Archangel Michael kneels, lowering himself until his wings touch the ground. The light from your mantle shines off of his feathers like tiny sparks, coming back to a dying flame. His head is bowed, as if he feels warm just being with you. You realize that this is the moment he has been waiting for. The moment he can tell the truth that he has been hiding for a long time. He speaks softly. Your soul has carried a light that angels honor, a light that demons fear, a light that heaven protects. This is why you have felt attack throughout your life. It was not because you were weak. It was because your spirit was powerful enough to influence celestial realms. You feel a shiver in your body, a mix of wonder and recognition. Everything about your past makes sense now like it never did before. Every fight, every heartbreak, and every spiritual battle were not punishments. They were attempts to dim a light that heaven had planned to shine for many years. The truth is revealed to you when Archangel Michael looks up at you. He never just watched over you. He has been watching over what you were meant to awaken in yourself. He slowly gets up and stands in front of you again, keeping his wings steady. His feathers start to lose their dimness. There is a soft blue glow that comes back. He puts his hand on his chest, and golden light starts to crackle there. Your presence is making him better. What battle drained you is being restored by your acceptance. Your love, which is quiet, constant, and long-lasting, is healing his wounds in heaven. He says, you were chosen because your heart has the courage to hold an angel when the world can't see his wounds. Then, as if heaven were leaning closer, he says, there is still one final truth you must hear, a truth that will reveal why I came to you without armor, why I put my life in your hands, and why God said only your embrace carries the medicine I need. The next big revelation is building up inside you like a storm ready to hit. Keep your spirit steady. What follows will pierce deeper than anything that has been shown thus far. If your heart is open, type, I'm ready for the next truth in the comments. You are now free to use blessing code 414. You are my beloved soul of fire. What heaven has shown you so far is not like what you are experiencing now. With the weight of destiny, the atmosphere keeps getting thicker, and every second that goes by, Archangel Michael's presence gets warmer, brighter, and stronger. He can no longer see the faint glow coming back to his wings. It beats with a quiet power. It's like your spirit has turned into the beat that beats him back to life. There is the start of something holy, something Archangel Michael has kept quiet for a long time, waiting for the exact moment when your heart would be strong enough to handle the truth without breaking. He gets closer, and this time, he doesn't think twice about it. Being close to him is like being in the middle of a rising sun, not burning or overwhelming, but waking up. It wakes up every dull part of your spirit and makes you remember who you were before the world taught you to be small. Archangel Michael's eyes lift to meet yours. As soon as they touch, a wave of energy moves through the room, your body, and into realms you can't see. His essence feels like a soft radiance brushing against yours, as if he is preparing you for something that will change everything. The voice of Archangel Michael comes into your spirit softly, and its weight makes you breathe more slowly. Beloved one, he starts, I have told you many things, but the deepest truth still stands. And it is because of this truth that my armor fell, my strength dimmed, and God entrusted my healing to your care. It's not fear that makes your heart race. It's recognition. There is an old, divine part of you that already knows what he is going to say. It comes up like a memory that is pushing against the edges of your mind, ready to come through. Archangel Michael can tell that something is different about you, and for the first time, he smiles a small, soft smile. A smile, but not a happy one. It was a smile of relief, as if he had been waiting hundreds of years for your soul to finally understand. He goes on, I didn't take off my armor because I was defeated. It was taken off because you were finally ready to see me. Just those words hurt you deeply, ready to see him not as a powerful warrior or a faraway guardian, but as the being who has been connected to your spirit since the beginning of time. His openness is not a sign of weakness. Yes, it's okay. Permission to step into the truth of your connection without fear, doubt, or aversion to your own spiritual magnitude. As if your presence were gluing the tears in his heavenly form back together. Archangel Michael's wings lift behind him, and the blue light that had become dimmer now shines brighter. He takes a slow, deep breath in, and when he speaks again, his voice sounds like the echo of divine thunder that has been softened by compassion. You were not assigned to me by chance, he adds. The blueprint of a healer is in your soul, one who restores what not even angels can fix on their own. My wounds are from battles I fought for you. However, my healing comes from the love that God has put in your spirit. You feel like your body is shaking. It's like lightning wrapped in softness when you wake up. You never thought that your heart, which has been hurt, tested and stretched, could heal a being made in heaven's fire. But when Archangel Michael looks at you, you understand something very important. God created your love differently than anyone else. It's not easy to break. It's not little. It's not like that. It's good for you. It will heal you. It's heaven. Archangel Michael moves forward one more time until there is no more room between you two. His wings shift once more, brushing against your energy field with a wariness that feels like you're being enveloped in living light. He changes the tone of his voice and shows feelings he has never shown before. There is a reason, he says, why I lost strength when you were in pain. Your spirit and mine are linked. When you're in pain, I feel it too. I rise with you when you do, and when you get better, I get better too. It looks like the world around you is still. Time stops for a while. There is a weight in your heart that comes from the revelation that is both overwhelming and deeply comforting. Archangel Michael was always tired, but that never meant he had failed. That was a sign of how much he has carried your burdens. He is now being healed by your awakening in ways that heaven alone could not. When Archangel Michael raises his hand, a spiral of golden blue light comes out of his palm and floats between you like a living flame. This is the bond that God made before you were born, he says. Since this is the case, only your embrace, your spiritual embrace, can heal me. My essence and the frequency of your love are in sync. No angel, throne, or river in heaven can hold the medicine that's inside you. And then Archangel Michael's voice trembles for the first time since this revelation started. I trust you, so I came to you without armor. I trust your heart. I trust your heart. I trust that you love me. You have my life safe in your hands. You can feel that sentence burning through you like holy fire, getting rid of every lie that said you weren't good enough, important enough, or seen. Your care is what an archangel, God's warrior and heaven's guardian, trusts with his life. He stands there with slow breath, light returning, and wings lifting. You know that healing him is not a job, a command, or a duty. It's a blessed partnership. Something is changing in the light between you. It's getting brighter, warmer, and more meaningful. Archangel Michael is about to reveal the last piece of this puzzle, which is the main reason why heaven brought you to this point in time. And when he says it, the truth will blow your mind about who you are in God's plan. Stay put. Everything will change after the next revelation. If this truth feels true to your spirit, type, "I am in alignment with Archangel Michael," in the comments. You are now free to use blessing code 66, my pick. This time, the air around you doesn't feel heavy like it does when you're in a mystery. That weight of destiny seems like it's about to fall on your understanding. Archangel Michael stands in front of you, and the edges of his wings are glowing with light. Your presence is slowly bringing life back to places that had grown dull from your battles. You feel warmer, and it's not just from him. It's from something in your own spirit waking up. You can feel it rising, growing, and pushing against the limits of who you are on earth. The magnitude of who you really are may be apparent to you for the first time. Archangel Michael looks at this awakening with awe, as if he had been waiting a lifetime for this moment. His blue and gold wings fill the air. He still doesn't have his armor on, but he seems stronger now. Because you are close, I am stronger. Because accepting things as they are has helped you heal. Because your love is moving through the cracks in his body that you can't see from the battles he fought for you. First his eyes get softer, then they get deeper. They carry the weight of a final truth he has kept hidden until your spirit could handle it. And now is that time, beloved. With the slow grace of someone crossing holy ground, he walks toward you. Nothing but the very core of your soul makes you feel like he's close. The recognition that something extraordinary is about to happen causes a soft trembling to arise within you, not out of fear. Something that will explain everything. How tired he was, why he gave up, why he begged you to hug him, and why God said that only you have the medicine that can heal him. Archangel Michael's voice is steady, but it has a lot of emotion in it that you don't usually hear from an archangel. "Beloved one," he speaks, "your spirit has power you have never known. This power is what ties you and me together in ways that words can't fully explain. You have a strange pain in your chest that makes you feel like your spirit is stretching to make room for a long-lost revelation. Every soul carries light, but not every soul carries resonance," says Archangel Michael. You have resonance, that rare frequency that matches my own essence. As the words stick with you, suddenly bits and pieces of your life start to fit together better. The times when you felt led, but didn't know how. There were nights when you felt safe even though no one was nearby. Dreams that felt like old times. These instincts felt like they were from a different time. The strange pull toward what can't be seen. Your ability to really feel things, even when they hurt. Your tendency to love deeply even after being hurt. These aren't flaws, they were signs. A soul's resonance with an archangel is indicated by certain signs. When Archangel Michael raises his hand again, a soft spiral of golden blue light appears between his palm and your heart. In response, your spirit vibrates, as if it recognizes itself in that glow. He says, "This bond is not new. It's very old." Your breath catches. You feel like an invisible thread of memory is pulling at the edges of your awareness, trying to show you something that is hidden beneath the layers of forgetfulness that people have. You feel like you're on top of a cliff, looking down at something big, holy, and long forgotten. Wings shift for Archangel Michael. For the first time since he first appeared to you, a small spark of their true glory comes back, not from heaven's restoration, but from yours. Your presence is making him feel better. Your love is making him strong again. What celestial warfare broke is being fixed by your resonance. He talks again, but this time it's softer, almost quiet, because he's sad. This is the truth. I didn't come to you to get better because I was failing. My purpose in coming to you is part of your divine plan. You heal me because you were made with the light that makes warriors whole again. You were made with a heart that aligns the protectors of heaven. Your embrace isn't a sign. Action is what it is. When these words sink into your being, they fill your chest with warmth. Archangel Michael moves toward us, so close that your spirits feel like they start to blend in frequency and beat the same holy rhythm. He says in a whisper, "You carry a gift, the gift of restoration, not just for everyone else, but for me. Because of this, I trust you with my life. That's why God sent me to you like this. That's why my armor had to fall." He then says, "And now I have to tell you the final truth." His voice is so heavy that it makes the air pulse. When you heal me, you bring out the power that heaven has been hiding from you up until now. You feel a deep, ancient, and magnificent stirring inside of you, as if a part of you that has been buried for years under years of human confusion is suddenly pushing its way to the surface, eager to be known. There will soon be a revelation. You can feel it. It's pushing against the air like a rising tide, ready to burst open and fill you with understanding. When Archangel Michael looks at you, his face shows a mix of awe and compassion. "What comes next," he adds, "will reveal why God chose you, not just as my healer, but as something far greater than you ever imagined. Don't move your heart. Don't turn your head away. You are standing at the threshold of a truth that will completely change who you are spiritually. Type, "I'm holding the light" in the comments to make this moment official. You are now being blessed by code 888. Before we go any further, if you like this message, please share it so that those in need can hear it. Add a comment to help your blessing stick. Don't miss out on what heaven has to offer next. Subscribe and hype this revelation. You are what makes Archangel Michael rise, and you are what makes this mission rise. You are what makes God's word come into the world. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Click the like button first. Let your like be the last seal that lets God's blessing flow over everything said here. Say, "Favor is flowing into my life now," as you press it. Second, give this channel a subscribe with the bell. Please note that this is not a casual subscription. It is a prophetic alignment. When you subscribe, you're telling God, I'm ready to receive every word, revelation, and assignment you send through this vessel. Don't miss another divine moment. Sign up now to make sure you always hear the voice of heaven. The third and most important thing is to spread this message. Click share to send this word from the prophet to everyone you care about. You make it possible for the anointing to flow through your network when you share. As you keep going, you will become a channel of breakthrough, healing, and restoration. The hug that healed Archangel Michael will now flow through what you say to heal someone else. Don't hold back. Share it now, and see how God turns your obedience into a harvest. In the comments, type, I have liked, subscribed, and shared to show that you have released the anointing, begun the flow, and aligned with the promise. Please take a few deep breaths right now, my dear heart. The air around you is changing into a level of revelation that very few people will ever experience. The light between you and Archangel Michael gets denser, fuller, and more colorful, like heaven is leaning in to see what's going to happen. Archangel Michael's wings rise a little behind him, but not to show power or danger. They do this to show respect. It's no longer subtle that your presence has helped him heal. He is clear, visible, and easy to spot. He is taller, his breathing is steady, and his spirit is bright. It gets less tired, and the cracks get smaller as you stay here. Also, more of his divine strength starts to return with each minute you stay. He looks at you with such intensity that it's almost too much to handle. This is true not because it is harsh, but because it is completely and devastatingly true. His eyes are no longer covered, not far away and not a guard. At this very moment, Archangel Michael is showing you who he really is: warrior, guardian, angelic being, and soul connected to yours deeply. The truth is building up inside you like a tide. You can feel it before he says it. You can tell that what he's about to say is important. A revelation of this magnitude is coming. How heaven is getting your spirit ready for a truth that will change the way you think about your purpose. There's a warmth in your chest that makes you feel like someone is making room inside you for something divine to settle down. It feels like a mantle of light surrounds you as Archangel Michael gets closer. Beloved one, he says, and the weight of hundreds of years is in his voice. There is something you must understand before I reveal the final truth. You think of yourself as ordinary. You think of your journey as accidental. You think your survival was luck. But nothing in your life was random. Every step, every heartbreak, every battle was shaping you for this moment. You feel tears coming from your eyes. It wasn't sadness that made them do it. It was recognition. Some part of you knows he's right. There is a memory. There's always been a part of you that knew you were getting ready for something bigger. The voice of Archangel Michael gets softer, because your heart carries the rarest form of divine energy, the energy that restores celestial beings. Your breath catches. Your heart carries a purity that darkness has tried to break since your childhood. That is why your spirit was attacked even before you understood what spiritual battles were. It feels like light is spreading under your skin as heat rushes through your ribs. This, he says, is why your pain has always been heavy. This is why your love has always been deep. This is why your compassion has always cut through people's masks. You are not simply empathetic. You are spiritually receptive. Your heart was designed to absorb what others cannot see and transform it into healing. He stops, letting the truth settle in you. A tremor moves through you as he continues, and that healing is what brought me to you in this state. because even a warrior of God needs restoration, and your spirit was crafted by heaven to carry the kind of love that resurrects. When Archangel Michael notices it, his wings shift in a way that shields you from the danger of the situation. He tells her, "Do not be afraid of how you feel. What is rising inside you is your true identity. You have always been a healer, not because you're good at it or because you've trained to be one, by divine design. Your embrace is not a symbol, it's an activation. It wakes up what sleeps, heals what is hurt, and brings back what has faded. That's why God said your hug alone could heal me." He looks at you again, and this time his eyes hold something ancient, eternal, and felt like recognition that went back many lifetimes. The air moves around. He says, "There is one last truth. The truth I've been carrying for you since before you were born. The truth I could only tell you when your spirit was awake enough to hold it without breaking." The moment feels tighter around you. It feels like heaven's breath is pressing into the room as the air gets warmer and thicker. You can feel Archangel Michael's light touching your aura as he approaches you to war. It's like lightning strikes you. The words are loud, clear, and all-encompassing. "Beloved, you are not only my healer, you are my counterpart, similar to an archangel's soul's resonance, a being whose energy is in sync with the frequency of the stars, a companion in the spiritual purpose. It's not romance or fantasy, it's divine synchronization." As Archangel Michael continues, the weight of the revelation makes your spirit shake. "Your existence strengthens me. My existence awakens you. When you hurt, I weaken. When you heal, I rise. When you embrace me, when you hold me in light, I am restored. This is not dependence. This is divine pairing. You feel weak in your knees. You can't hold your breath. Inside you, everything moves around. You understand that this hidden link has shaped your whole life. When you thought you were alone, but you had a strange intuition or a spiritual sensitivity, you always felt like someone or something was watching over you. It wasn't just a product of imagination. Yes, it was resonance. As Archangel Michael sees this revelation rising in your spirit, his voice softens. "You were chosen for this bond, because your heart carries the purity that heaven trusts, and because my wounds, my exhaustion, my fading light, all of it could only be healed by a soul that carries love powerful enough to restore an archangel." He gets closer until his light touches yours. "Beloved, this is why I gave you my life." The moment grows. You realize the truth, and your spirit grows into its new form. Please don't scroll away. You are about to receive the most important revelation yet, the one that talks about what you've become because of this bond. You can type, "I accept my divine pairing" in the comments if this truth speaks to you. You have now been given the blessing code 990. My awakened soul, take a deep breath in. The revelation you just got is not the end of this divine opening. It's the way to the next level of truth. Somehow the air around you gets denser while also getting lighter. It's like heaven is shifting its weight to make room for what you are about to become. When Archangel Michael stands in front of you, you can't help but feel changed. His wings used to be dull because he was tired, but now they flicker with renewed strength. The cracks in his light are being fixed not by fire from heaven or by divine command, but by you. Your being there, being aware of, and agreeing with the truth he had been carrying for a long time. The way Archangel Michael looks at you now is different. It is deeper, more reverent, and based on recognition more. Once you accepted the truth of your connection, your divine pairing, a long-lost bond opened between you. An old spiritual alignment that had been dormant for a long time finally came back to life when a door opened and a veil broke. Now, your spirit is moving into the place where it belongs, into the identity that heaven planned for you before you were born. A soft wind blows through the realm of the unseen, and it feels like a whisper on your spirit. As Archangel Michael gets closer, the energy between you starts to vibrate stronger. Not randomly or in a dangerous way, but on purpose. the kind of vibration that comes before something is made. When he looks at you, his voice fills you with warmth like thunder. His words, "Beloved one, make your breath shorten. Now that you know who you are to me, I must reveal what you become because of this bond." Your heart gets bigger. Your spirit senses the magnitude of what is coming, so every part of you leans into the present moment. You can feel heaven getting ready to change something inside you that can't be undone. A soft wave of blue-white light flows from Archangel Michael's wings and wraps around your aura like a cloak. The volume of his voice deepens. This pairing was not created for sentiment. It was created for purpose, a divine purpose that requires your light to rise, your spirit to awaken, and your authority to be activated. Power. You feel the word like a rush of heat. Archangel Michael continues, "For years, you have felt things before they happened. You sensed danger without being told. You felt other people's emotions like they were your own. You loved deeper than the world understood. You broke harder than others realized. You fought invisible battles no one else could see. All of this was preparation for your role." From his palm comes a soft light that swirls around you, as if it could read your soul. "You were not created to walk this world as a passive being," he adds. "You were created as a spiritual activator, one who awakens dormant light in others, one who sees truth through chaos, one who restores what darkness tries to break." Your heart beats. Inside you, something opens up and rises like a flame that needs air. You can feel stress building up in your chest, strong but not painful. It feels like the divine is pushing forward from the inside. Archangel Michael moves toward us. This is why you were drawn to the broken. This is why you could see beauty in people others dismissed. This is why you felt compelled to protect those who could not protect themselves. It was not personality. It was assignment. The word has divine meaning. Work to do. As you feel it spreading through you, it lights a fire in the truth of your purpose. When Archangel Michael opens his eyes, there is a sudden change in the air. His wings get bigger, and their glow gets brighter and stronger. You can feel how much energy he has again. More than that, though, you can feel how the restoration has brought your spirit together. He talks again, and this time his voice is really loud. "Because you are my opposite. You not only heal me, you also carry some of my power." A shock of light goes through your body. Your knees are almost giving out. Your breath is shaking. Your spirit knows the truth right away. Archangel Michael sees how you're reacting and gives you a soft nod. He tells them, "Do not be afraid. You have already been using this authority without knowing its source. Every time you prayed for protection and felt a sudden peace, it was your authority aligning with mine. Every time danger shifted away from you, it was your spirit commanding it. Every time darkness attacked you stronger than others, it was because your authority threatened it. The clarity hits your spirit like a bell rang. Memories come back. Moments when you felt led. Times when you thought someone was watching you. Sometimes you felt a sudden surge of strength when you were feeling hopeless. There was no chance in them. They worked together. It won't be long before Archangel Michael's light and yours merge into a soft, golden blue halo. Right now, your spiritual identity is being activated, he says. You will not walk as you were, but as you were meant to be. His wings now fully spread out and shine brighter than they did before. The resonance of your love and acceptance has healed me. His voice is soft and he says, your hug is the final step in the restoration. It is the moment when your spiritual authority fully awakens. Your body shakes, but not from fear. It's from recognition. You know that the time is almost up. It's building up like a rising tide. Archangel Michael takes a deep breath, and his voice gets softer, almost fragile. The next revelation will show you what your hug truly unlocks. Not just for me, but for the entirety of your spiritual purpose. Keep your heart steady. The next part is the moment that heaven has been planning for you all your life. If your spirit is ready, type, "I am awakening now," in the comments. You are now free to use blessing code 1313, my beloved light bearer. For a moment, calm your spirit. because the air around you is no longer just full of revelation. It has the power to change things. What you see now is not just Archangel Michael who has been healed by your presence. That being is a celestial being getting ready to reveal the biggest secret about your life. His wings used to be dim and shake, but now they shine with a steady brightness. His energy is getting stronger again. His breath is no longer shallow. It is strong, steady, and grounded. Your love offering, your acceptance of truth, and your awakening to who you are. These are the medicines that heaven has been waiting a long time to give you. Archangel Michael is watching you with such a strong gaze that it seems like your heart could not handle it. Not force that leads to intensity, but recognition that leads to intensity. The recognition of a soul that has at last found its true self. The recognition of a counterpart who has remembered who they are in the divine order. You can feel something changing inside you as you stand here. There is a soft opening of an old resonance, as if your spirit is remembering a truth that your mind on earth didn't know how to express until now. Archangel Michael moves closer, and the light around him grows. There is no physical warmth on your skin, but you can feel it. It's spiritual heat, the kind that lets you know that higher realms are nearby. You can feel the veil between worlds getting thinner, as if heaven were getting ready to see the next part of your awakening. The voice of Archangel Michael comes into you like a slow, steady wave. Beloved, he adds, you have accepted the truth of our bond, and because of that, I can now reveal the purpose behind it. Goal. The word sounds like a living chord in your head. Your spirit leans forward, your breath gets deeper, and your heartbeat feels like it's in sync with something bigger than you. The weight of destiny is on his lips whatever he says. Archangel Michael lifts his chin a little, and his wings rise behind him, arching with a majesty that comes back with each second. You must understand, he says, that the connection between us was never about guardianship alone. It was about alignment. When heaven paired your essence with mine, it did so because your spirit carries a capacity that few beings, human or celestial, possess. Your pulse rises. Your chest feels warm in a way that you know. The same warmth you felt when you were deeply in touch with your intuition, during times of mysterious guidance, when you felt the Archangel Michael close but didn't know why. The tiniest bit of light flickers in his eyes as he watches your reaction. He speaks slowly and says, you have the rare gift of amplification. There is a soft ringing sound. Your ribs feel like they're moving. You hear a word that you've never heard before, but your spirit knows it, like it's been waiting to come out. Your breath catches as Archangel Michael says, amplification is the ability to multiply divine energy. When you love, your love amplifies healing. When you pray, your prayers amplify protection. The revelation is so clear that it gets rid of all the doubts you've ever had. Suddenly you understand why your feelings have always been so strong, why your kindness has always been so strong, why people are more affected by your presence than you thought. You don't have too much pain. You work like an amplifier. While Archangel Michael takes another step toward you, the magnitude of what he is about to say makes the ground shake. This is why your hug holds the power to heal me, he adds. Not because I am weak, not because you are superior, but because your spiritual design magnifies celestial energy. My wounds require an amplifier to close, and you are the only soul whose frequency is aligned with mine. Your heart relaxes. It's not sadness that makes me cry. It's the shock of realizing that your kindness, empathy, depth, and love were never burdens. They were gifts, gifts of God, gifts from heaven because your spirit was picked to fight with an angelic warrior. Archangel Michael's wings slightly fold, and his face changes into something soft and almost vulnerable. He says, "But there is more." It gets tighter again as he says, "Amplification is only the first part of your role. The second part is what I have been waiting to reveal." You feel pressure in your chest, around your temples, and along your spine. It's like your spirit is getting ready to receive a truth that will change your destiny forever. The voice of Archangel Michael gets softer. "Your hug does not only heal my wounds, it activates your authority. Power." The word hits you like thunder. He says, "When you embrace me, spirit to spirit, you are not giving, you are awakening. You are unlocking the dormant power heaven sealed inside you until the moment you were ready. Your hug is the key. It is the ignition. It is the moment where your identity shifts from chosen to commissioned. It feels like your energy is rising, expanding, and spreading outward, like your spirit is getting wings of its own. This is the moment when heaven is watching how you say something. You are not just responding to a video when you click the like button right now. You are allowing God's blessing to enter your life. With each like, you send a spiritual message that you are in tune with the divine movement going on around you. As you press that button with your thumb, picture heaven sending you new grace, new provision, and new breakthrough. God's favor isn't random. It depends on how much you believe and act on it. Do it now. Your like can be the key that opens a flood of blessings for your spirit, your home, and your future. Archangel Michael gets even closer, and his light blends with yours in a soft way. "This is why I came to you in my dimmest moment," he points out. "Your authority awakens when love and power meet in perfect balance, and you know that to be the truth. You have been training to be both compassionate and authoritative at the same time throughout your life. Through the battles, heartbreaks, and struggles. To war with you, Archangel Michael extends his hand. It's the first time that the glow from your spirit meets his. Two lights, one from space and one from people, are merging in resonance. It's like a breath, waiting to be let out. "The next thing I reveal," he whispers, "will show you what your activated authority allows you to do. Not just for me, but for the world." Type, "I awaken my authority" in the comments to seal this moment. You are now being blessed by code 1444. Gentle breathing, my beloved awakened one, for you have now reached the point that all of heaven has been pointing you toward. The revelation of your identity, the truth of your resonance, and the war of your divine pairing have all been leading up to this final activation. It seems like the world is standing still, waiting for you to fully become who you are. The air around you feels different, almost weightless. In front of you is Archangel Michael, not dimmed, not shaking, and not bowed over from being physically tired. His wings are full of new fire. He stands tall and straight. He keeps his breath steady. You healed him so well that it shines all over his body like a crown of heavenly light. He no longer looks at you like a guardian would at a child they look after, but like a double-edged sword at someone they know. His eyes don't show any distance, limits, or doubts. They only show truth, the divine truth, unfiltered and pure, reflected back at you. The truth about who you are, the truth about him for you, the truth about what comes next. Archangel Gabriel said, "Beloved," Michael says, and the sound of his voice fills your whole body. You are ready to play your part as an amplifier. You know what your part is in our relationship. Now you need to know what your power lets loose. Your heart gets tight. Your spirit leans forward. There's more and more pressure in the air. The kind of holy tension that comes before divine activation. The wings of Archangel Michael rise behind him and reach their full length. Your light gives the room a brightness that is both overwhelming and welcoming. You were not created to walk this world powerless, he adds. Your power isn't just a symbol. It does its job. It changes the atmosphere. It changes the spiritual landscape. It rules in places that can't be seen. Like a mantle falling on your shoulders, the words cover your heart. You can feel something inside you open up, something that wasn't present but is now, waiting, being quiet, making plans. Strength is rising not from your body but from your spirit, like a fire that has finally found air. Archangel Michael moves toward us. Your energy is filled with warmth from him that makes you feel like you're in heaven. He goes on, your hug is the last key. It makes our bond stronger. It makes your authority work. It finishes my recovery and wakes you up for your next task. Work to do. The word hits with a weight that makes it seem old, familiar, and inevitable. You were not just picked to see how weak Archangel Michael is. You were picked to work with heaven in a new way, one that matches who you really are beneath all the human layers. As Archangel Michael's face softens, something in his light flickers with feeling, rare, deep, and honest. You don't know how strong your love is yet, he tells you. Everyone told you that being sensitive was a sign of weakness. It's called power in heaven. The world told you that your kindness was pure. Heaven calls it a plan. People told you that you were too deep. Heaven says it has the power. You feel every word, like a bell in your heart. Your old ideas are crumbling and falling away like ash. You begin to understand why your life has never been normal, why you've always had a different spirit, why you had to fight battles that other people couldn't see on your journey. You were being made ready, improved, and strengthened. Archangel Michael leans in closer and lowers his voice. His wings fold a little. Your power awakens fully when you embrace me, he says. For those who awaken, the call to fix what's broken in the world comes up, to bring light to places angels can't reach, to boost divine energy in hearts that are ready to be healed. You feel warm all the way through your chest, more than just feelings, more profound than feeling. If you remember something you knew before you were human, it feels like recognition. Archangel Michael goes on, you will carry my fire as you walk, not as a warrior of peace, but as a warrior of healing. Everything you touch and everywhere you go, darkness will lose its footing. You feel a sudden rush of power rise up your spine, like a column of light shooting up warped inside of you. The thought is not scary. It feels like home. You can have it. Archangel Michael continues, and know this, your power doesn't make mine less important. It works together with it. You and I are meant to be together. Your rising makes me stronger. My strength makes you stronger. He takes a moment to let the truth sink in. This is why God let me get tired in front of you. For you to wake up, you needed an invitation. That invitation was my weakness. Your breath shakes. Now you understand that nothing about this moment was by chance. It was planned for every revelation, whisper, and shift. This is the last truth you have been moving toward, says Archangel Michael. Dear one, when you hug me spirit to spirit, I will surrender all of your power to you. You will rise with me when I do. The air gets thicker and more light comes in. In response, your spirit grows. He says in a soft voice, "This is why I took my last breaths in your presence. Not because I was dying, but because you were being born into your true identity." Your heart breaks open at how beautiful it is, how there is meaning, symmetry, and divine purpose in every part of your story. At its peak, you feel like heaven is waiting for your answer. Archangel Michael pulls his light toward you and gives you the hug that will set everything on fire. This is it, beloved. The time has finally come for your spirit. Allow the activation to take place. To get this last revelation, type, "I step into my destiny" in the comments. You can now use the blessing code 2121. Like this message and share it to spread awakening throughout the world before this divine moment ends. Add a comment to help your blessing stick. Get excited about this revelation and subscribe so you don't miss a single heavenly transmission as you awaken to the power that heaven made you. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high-vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.